Good afternoon, ladies, gents and Pikachus. I was going to, hopefully, provide you with a comprehensive explanation of the Pope's decrees and his law, because I thought, it can't be that long, it can't be that difficult to understand. And I thought, 20-minute video, that'll do it. Oh no, what I've found, there's no way it can fit in an hour or 2 hours of videos, or even 4 hours of videos. And the reason is, there is too much of it. The entire encapsulated Pope's decree, plus his communications, plus the actual rules and the commentaries and the explanations of these rules, all that stuff packed in together is like 6 times the length of a Bible. Not only that, it refers to other documents themselves which are 3 or 4 times the length of the Bible. And there are a dozen of them. So if you were to read all of those end to end and do nothing else, you would be reading for a good 3-4 years solid. Now who's going to do that? Who is going to do that? And consider as well, you cannot download a PDF copy, you cannot buy them as a book. You have to read them on a screen, online, on the Pope's website. And even the formatting, the typeface is like really small, it's typeface 9. The background is a speckled yellow and orange, sandy coloured. And the text is a dark orange. So there's no contrast there. You can barely read it. And so the result is nobody will read it, ever. Nobody is going to read it and understand it, apart from his bishops and him. Now that's by design, if you ask me. It's the complete opposite of what we find in the Holy Bible. God, Jesus Christ, when he is speaking, he speaks plainly. He speaks obviously. And he explains the bits which aren't immediately apparent. And those explanations are good and short. I've read the whole Bible. You could read the entire Bible in 6 months, and then another 6 months read it again so that you could revise exactly what he meant. So there's a direct line between Jesus Christ, what he says, and the worshipper through the Holy Bible. But that isn't the case if you're a Catholic, because the Pope has ordained and decreed, and you can go and read this for yourself, Jesus Christ isn't the one you listen to, the Pope is the one you listen to. When you break his penal code, not Jesus Christ's law, when you broke the Pope's penal code, you're answerable to him. Despite the fact that he knows you won't have read his penal code, there's no way you could possibly have read all of it and understood it. And even if you had, he changes it every 2 or 3 years with completely different wording. So not only do you have to read it once within the space of 2-3 years and understand it, then you have to keep up with the changes. You have to do this every 2 or 3 years. Otherwise, he can honestly, truthfully say, you haven't read it, you don't understand it, you need a bishop, or you need the Pope in order to correct you. So think about that. It's by design, O Catholics. The Pope doesn't want you to understand exactly what the law is. He doesn't want you to just apply biblical law from Jesus out of the Bible. That isn't good enough anymore. Now he wants you to apply every single letter of the word of his law, despite the fact that you won't have read any of it, because it's really boring and wordy and barely makes any sense. And like I was saying a minute ago, I would have loved to have been able to summarize the whole thing in bullet points and read through it like I have been with the Quran, which is not the easiest book ever. It's impossible. I couldn't even do that with the canonical biblical law of the Pope. So in conclusion, what I'm telling you is the Pope is by design deceiving every single worshipper, and the people who he wishes to administrate is no longer just Christians. Now, he says the people of a God. So anyone who worships a God, he's talking about a oneness. He's not talking about Jesus Christ. He's not even talking about our Father in heaven. Those words are now removed. He's now talking about the Father, which is him. So that's the person who administrates scriptural law these days. The Father, the Pope. And unlike previous years where you could have read through it all and understood it, now, not only have you got no hope of ever understanding and reading all of it, even if you do, it will change 3 years later. And that's why no Catholic can ever know or understand the law fully, of which they are beholden to. But when they are being punished by the bishops or the Pope, as he has decreed will happen, you're going to be punished as if you do know and understand it. And what this means is you now require bishops and the Pope. Otherwise, you don't know. And that was his point. That's why the Pope has done this. He wants to administrate everyone in the world who worships any kind of God, the oneness, not through the scriptural law of Jesus Christ, but through his own decree. And he wants to do that with you in a position of ignorance, darkness, without knowing what those laws are or understanding any of it, but with him and his bishops being the authority who can tell you, as you're being administrated, how that's going to work. So you're effectively a servant of his now, rather than Jesus Christ, and you are a blind servant. And that is why he tells us we must blindly obey him. He's the one who speaks the Father's truth, not Jesus Christ. He's the one who has the special assistance of the Holy Spirit, not Jesus Christ. He's the guy who writes the Gospels now, not Jesus Christ. And I don't like it. I'm sticking with my Bible. As far as I'm concerned, this is the ineffable, inalienable word of Jesus Christ. This is the scriptural law for me that I can read all of and understand. I can have a copy for myself. It won't be updated every 2-3 years. And I won't be falling foul of it because I didn't understand it and then be punished with the things that I've done as if I did understand it. That is not an honest approach to law. So thank God that the Pope's law isn't legally binding. So anyway, that's the end of this video. Hope you understood that and you learned something. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. But the Pope got one thing right. We are definitely now living in an age of ignorance and blindness, precisely because of his ridiculous approach to law. So anyway, I hope that cleared that up for you and you understand what the Pope is doing. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.